Bronson Reed, who's got to be right now just rolling with confidence entering this matchup after what he accomplished 24 hours ago. And there is self-proclaimed NXT's Iron Man, that being Johnny Gargano with Austin Theory. Wade, I saw you talking to the champion earlier today.
Absolutely, Johnny Gargano, North American champion, feeling very confident going into this. Well, we all know about Gargano's career, and he knows from personal experience that you cannot go through a gauntlet match and be 100% healthy just 24 hours later. He thinks he's facing a weakened Bronson.
You see Bronson Reed, right now, almost like a caged animal, just pacing, been waiting for this opportunity.
Did you see that no-look high five again from Gargano in Theory? That's so impressive.
It's not that.
The following contest scheduled for one fall is for the NXT North American Championship. Introducing the challenger from Black Forest, South Australia, weighing in at 330 pounds, the colossal Bronson Reed. His opponent from Cleveland, Ohio, weighing in at 199 pounds, representing the way, he is the NXT North American Champion, Johnny Gargano.
We said Bronson Reed was almost like a caged animal. He wanted to get his hands on Johnny Gargano. Look right now, Beth. Bronson Reed standing in the middle of the ring, waiting.
I want to just point out the demeanor of Johnny Gargano. It was all smiles. He did that, great no-see high-five thing. Oh, it's awesome. But suddenly things got serious when now he is standing across from the ring and the bell is about to ring.
Beth, I'll ask you as we get ready to officially start this matchup, is tonight Reed's time? Is this his moment?
Bronson Reed is somebody that I've watched grow. His backstory is amazing. He's faced a series of challenges. I mean, even before everything he's been through to get to this matchup. Continued to cut his teeth internationally on the independent scene, left his friends and family to pursue his dream here in the United States. Reed has earned this, and tonight I feel strongly is his night.
Well, Gargano going up, going over, starting to quicken the pace, trying to get away from Bronson Reed. Ducks the clothesline, Gargano ducks an elbow. Gargano, though, up and over.
Oh! Shades of Bam Bam Bigelow, an inspiration to Bronson Reed.
And again, this goes back to Beth, what you're talking about is Reed runs through the clothesline attempt, comes back, catches and drops Gargano. Wade, is Bronson's power going to be too much for Gargano?
Well, Reed said in his post-match comments after the gauntlet yesterday that he knows Gargano will have no answer to his size and strength, so certainly he believes that, and it appears from the beginning of this match, he's absolutely right. He's just toying with Gargano.
What a fall-away slam, and after competing 24 hours ago, Wade, you would think Bronson Reed wants to get this match over very quickly as we see this fall-away slam once again, power on display.
Yeah, but here's the thing, perhaps Bronson Reed wants to get this one over as quickly as possible. As Johnny Gargano said, perhaps he's not 100%. He must be tired after last night. He went through 5 other men in that gauntlet matchup to get to this point.
We hear the Capitol Wrestling Center split as now Gargano trying to fire some elbows. Able to get down right back. Oh, forearm that time. Reed again. Almost to the throat. Gargano right inside and just rocked Reed. Didn't drop Reed. Gargano shocked again.
Reed still on his feet. What will it take to put the big man down here? Johnny Gargano trying his best. Reed seemingly shaking things off here.
It's got to be almost demoralizing, Wade, when you start throwing everything you have and in one single chop you get dropped.
I mean, it really is the size difference. Just look at the pair of these and you take another look at this slingshot spear here from Johnny Gargano. But unfortunately, they followed up immediately with that giant chop from Reed.
Johnny Gargano wants to retain his title tonight. He's got to turn now into Johnny Wrestling. And now Johnny up on the shoulders, goes up, goes over, trying to chop down Bronson Reed.
Johnny Gargano, ever the opportunist. Once he finds an opening, finally able to take the big man off his feet.
That's that Johnny Wrestling mantra. Going to the knee, taking that forearm, dropping the challenger. Now Gargano, now elbows, knees, whatever he can do to keep Reed down.
He's giving Reed a full body workout at this point.
And let's not forget one of Johnny's nicknames, Johnny TakeOver, where he brings his best.
Oh! And he's always brings his best. This is the 16th consecutive takeover for Gargano. As Gargano goes up, goes over!
Oh my God!
Gets caught!
Oh my word.
And now, Gargano slipping down. Oh! Again into the midsection of Bronson Reed.
Ribs first into the corner of our announce desk, and now Reed is really favoring those ribs.
One more time after raking the face, and just take a look at the impact. The announce desk literally moving with the impact of Bronson Reed. And now Wade, Gargano focusing on the midsection.
Well, Gargano said it himself. He wouldn't be 100% after that gauntlet match. It looks like he's right. I'm thinking back to that gauntlet match. I recall Swerve Scott hitting a 450 splash on those ribs of Reed. I recall Cameron Grimes hitting a collision course on those ribs of Reed. Perhaps that is the way to victory for Johnny Gargano. Attack the midsection of the big man.
Well, there's the speed of Gargano. Gargano right back to the lower back of the spine, driving the air out of Bronson Reed. And now Gargano really applying the pressure, measuring, delivering a splash into the cover. Hook of the leg to retain, and Bronson Reed powering out at one.
And continued deliberate offense to the midsection and ribs. You see Reed clutching at that. There may be an internal injury or something going on.
And another shot right to the ribs, and again, look at where Johnny Gargano lands right into that midsection of Bronson Reed.
Well, this is brilliant from Gargano. Rode out that early storm from Bronson Reed, consistently targeted different body parts of Reed until he found the weakest one, which turns out to be apparently those ribs. And who can forget that collision with the corner of our announce desk, which is now all over the place. Every time Johnny Gargano striking those ribs.
And able to take down Bronson Reed, and now look at Gargano. Gargano applying the pressure, continuing to mount the pressure, not allowing Reed to breathe at all.
And you see the impact from the knees again to the ribs, but also Gargano remaining on his toes to lay all his body weight across the midsection of Bronson Reed.
Making it difficult for the lungs to expand in Bronson Reed. And Reed now again trying to get back to his feet. You can see Reed visibly holding his midsection.
Well, it really looked like there was no path to victory tonight for Johnny Gargano, but there is always a way.
Gargano now jumping on the back of Reed, and Reed finally able to break the hold of Gargano.
He can hardly breathe, though. Moving so gingerly, and they cannot follow it up with anything significant on goal.
What are you saying, Wade?
Don't speak too soon, Barrett.
But you got to imagine anything that Bronson Reed does right now, Beth, it hurts.
Yeah,
he's got to block out the pain.
When you're hurt, even delivering an incredible move like this, it takes every bit of your strength, and it directly affected the injured ribs.
Reed back to his feet, as is Gargano. Austin Theory on the outside trying to help his mentor, I should say, Gargano out, as Reed starting to roll again. Reed trying to find his second win, but Reed using his own body.
Must have stung Reed himself. I'm not even convinced Reed can get a full lung full of it. So much of his offense revolves around that girth, that midsection.
Massive choke slam onto Gargano.
And to add to that, Wade, it's completely obliterating his stamina in this matchup. Reed moving a lot slower than he was at the beginning.
But look at Bronson Reed, the challenger, starting to refocus himself and starting to figure out a way, trying to get that extra moment right now to breathe just a little bit more. Taking a little bit extra time, but it may pay dividends for Reed as this match continues to go on. Looking for the suplex, looking to use his power. Up goes Gargano. Gargano, though, couple of knees, and Reed's strength. How is Reed doing this?
Oh, even with injured ribs, the power on display.
Oh!
Jagged edge
Cover!
from Reed.
Title on the line! New champo!
And again, woo! Reed clutching those abdominal intercostal muscles. Take a look at this right here. Reed hoisting Gargano with a hard landing on the shoulder.
And you got to think right now, Wade, Bronson Reed needs high impactful offense.
The issue with Bronson Reed right now is he cannot follow anything up quick enough to really capitalize on a wounded Johnny Gargano. It's just buying Gargano time to recover and come up with a plan C.
And can you believe it was Gargano who thought he'd be at the disadvantage tonight?
Yeah, I mean, Gargano going on and on about that he would only have 24 hours to prepare for his
Bronson
contender.
Reed, what is on Reed's mind? There's no way. Reed trying to hoist up Gargano, Gargano blocking. Oh!
Oh, you have to think he would have been successful if not for those injured ribs, but Johnny Gargano immediately pouncing.
Backstabber! Again, focusing on the lower back, focusing on the ribs. Gargano now crawling into the cover to retain his North American title. And this time Bronson Reed again kicks out at 2. But take a look one more time. Just, oh! The pinpoint precision of both knees, Wade, of Gargano.
Well, you have to say Gargano at this point really is in the ascendancy. He's a mess himself, but if I'm backing anyone at this point, it has to be Gargano.
I mean, watch the head snap. Take another look, slow motion, just, oh, the whiplash effect.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that is gonna hurt tomorrow. That whiplash strains all the muscles in the neck, but right now.
Speaking of neck, Bronson Reed holding up for a moment. Gargano look for the super kick. Black goes back to the midsection. Gargano goes up, goes over. Reed, full versus, what a suplex!
Bronson Reed doing his very best to block out the pain as we see this once again, this suplex here from Reed. Must have been agony for the man. Austin Theory desperately trying to G up Johnny Gargano. He sees that North American Championship slipping away.
And now Bronson Reed looking down at Gargano. Could have been looking for the tsunami. Gargano, of course, had it scouted. Way back to your original conversation with the champion. Able to roll on the way. Reed, and almost baited in by Gargano.
Senton attempt there from Reed.
Oh, cover! Reed able to kick out again off the crucifix. Gargano back to his feet, connects with another kick. North American champion now bouncing off the ropes, bouncing right in, goes up, goes around, trying to take down Reed. Reed able to roll through. Gargano swing and a miss. Reed now hoisting up the champion. What goes up? Goal! How the heck did Gargano pull that off? Gargano now charges back in. This time takes down the challenger. Looking for the Gargano escape. Reed trying to block. Gargano trying to lock it in. Back to the ribs goes Gargano. Driving the air out. Gargano's got it locked in. He's got the Gargano escape locked in. Is Reed gonna tap?
Center of the ring. This has to be retention here. Digging deep is Bronson Reed. Nowhere near the ropes though.
But Bronson Reed is not any ordinary superstar. He's got the grit, he's got the guts, and he's almost got that bottom rope.
He's got the determination. You can see the look on Gargano's face as Reed reaches out, gets the bottom rope.
Well, Bronson Reed has worked so hard to earn himself this opportunity, winning last week's battle while being involved in last week's battle royal and qualifying, winning last night's gauntlet. He's not going to let it slip away that easily.
Reed right now breathing deep in this matchup, and you got to imagine every breath that Bronson Reed takes has to be excruciating pain, as Gargano now could be looking for that one final beat. Oh, instead knockout blow maybe from Reed. Reed now with Gargano up in the air, just laser edging Gargano into the ring. Gargano is out. Reed's moment, Beth. Reed to the top rope.
This is it. Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen, soon no!
Soon not so much.
Right back to the ribs of Reed. Just go! Super kick from Gargano. Gargano falls into the cover to retain. And Reed kicks out again. What is it gonna take to keep Bronson Reed down?
Please check this out. Johnny Gargano racking up the frequent flyer miles. The power of Bronson Reed.
Speaking of flying, after the missed tsunami, a kick upside the dome. Gargano thought he might have Reed down, but no, Reed not out.
And somehow, some way, this match continues.
And right now, back to their feet is Gargano, looking at Bronson Reed. Gargano, as we've seen so many times of takeovers past, gets caught by Reed. Reed, back to his feet, oh! Headbutt connects, short arm clothesline drops Gargano. And again now, Bronson Reed to the top rope.
Attempt number 2. Is this going to be the moment Bronson Reed crowns himself? No!
Wait a minute, Austin Theory, the referee, being distracted by Gargano. Theory was absolutely no help, but oh, I spoke too soon. Off the distraction, the window open.
And that was the moment that Johnny Gargano needed to catch the advantage in setting up Bronson Reed for something devastating.
On a left hand, but southpaw from Cleveland. Gargano has to turn into now Johnny TakeOver from Johnny Wrestling if he wants to retain his North American title. Gargano surveying the Capital Wrestling Center. Was looking for that top rope Rana. Instead, Reed able to block, counter, scoop, and pin the champion.
Reed just managing to hang on to those top ropes with enough strength.
Another cover. Looking in. Oh! Hey, again, Austin Theory.
What's on the rope? What's on the rope?
Theory just saved Gargano's championship.
The referee unfortunately didn't see that, but that was clearly Austin Theory, and Bronson Reed saw it.
Hey, he's not in the match.
Reed, he's had enough of Theory. Gargano got caught by Reed. Oh! Both members of the way taken out by Bronson Reed. I don't know how Bronson Reed is continuing in this matchup.
It's simply that drive and desire to win the North American Championship. Any other kind of match, he'd have been long gone in the locker room getting his wounds treated.
Wait a minute! Oh! Bronson Reed, like a 747. Oh, and again, back to the midsection, back to the ribs, off the distraction. Gargano again, looking for the one final beat. Instead, gets countered. Oh! High impact offense. Reed into the cover for the title. Gargano kicks out at 2.
Somehow Bronson Reed just one step ahead of Johnny Gargano, despite the abuse that frame has taken in this matchup.
An unfortunate choice to not hook the leg gave Johnny Gargano the space to kick out at the very last millisecond.
And again, Bronson Reed taking moments right now to take some extra breaths because the ribs, the midsection, the back, so much pain and devastation, destruction over the last 48 hours. There's Reed trying to muscle up Johnny Gargano all the way up. Gargano trying to fight his way free. Turn and run. Oh, and again, off the ropes into the ribs. Gargano super kick to Reed. Reed now still staggering on his feet. Again, Gargano connects.
Move
Reed.
their hands to protect the ribs straight in the face, but here's one in return from Reed.
And Reed off the super kick now. The challenger starting to climb. That's not, this isn't the, no way, no way. Oh! Biggest match, go big, go home. Didn't work for Reed. One final beat from Gargano. Challenger still back to his feet. Champion needs another second one final beat. Gargano into the cover, hooks the leg to retain his North American gold.
Here is your winner, and still the NXT North American Champion, Johnny Gargano.
2 matches, 2 days. Bronson Reed left everything, absolutely everything in this match.
I mean, despite it all, Bronson Reed took an unbelievable amount of punishment in this matchup. And you see him still surviving and yet thriving with this unbelievable top rope maneuver, unfortunately landing on those damaged ribs.
And those ribs will make it hard throughout the entire night. Johnny Gargano, who went from Johnny Wrestling to Johnny TakeOver to Johnny Champion, retains his title tonight. and it's all celebration for Johnny Gargano. Gargano retains the North American Championship. Let the celebration start for the way.